Hello and welcome back to another video here at Sophia's Bridal and Tux on YouTube. So we are going to go over today with Stylist Jillian about what it was like to have a wedding in the year of 2020. So if you're interested in that, keep watching.
Hello everyone. Today I have with me Jillian, who is a stylist at our Fishers location. So Jillian, go to introduce yourself, how we got started with Sophia's and all that good stuff.
Hello everyone, my name is Jillian. As Sophia said, I'm a stylist here at Sophia's and Fishers. I have almost been here for a year, which is crazy. August is my 1 year mark, so it's wild that I've almost been here for a year, but it's kind of been, you know, a wild ride to get here. But one of my best friends got her dress here, and instantly I fell in love with the environment and the people, and I just knew right away that this was my home. So I love working here, it's a blast.
So fun fact too, the bride that Jillian is shopping with also works at Sophia's now.
It's
so
crazy,
full circle.
you know? It's just amazing.
So Jillian's going to talk to us today about her experience of being a 2020 bride.
Yes, so Sophia's really wanting me to tap into that emotional grief that I had during the whole thing and trauma, but it's fine.
So let's unpack.
It'll be so fun.
It'll be fun. Okay, so first things first, we obviously have to hear the love story. Let's hear about fiance, all the things.
Yeah, now husband, which is crazy. So his name's Chase, obviously, for those of you who don't know. We met at Ball State. We actually met the very first day. So I had started Ball State early. I was a nerd and did this early college program. Did a class early, and then I met his roommate through that. And then through hanging out with his roommate, he was then moving into his dorm at a normal time. And I was like, oh, I'll help you move in. So I helped him move all of his stuff in. And he asked me, he was like, can you help me hang these posters up? And there were some pinup girl posters. And I was like, wow, this kid, he is something. He's something. And I remember I called my mom and I was like, he was super flirty and fun, but I would never date him ever. 2 months later, we started dating, and here we are, almost 7 years later.
Oh my goodness, that's long.
I know.
Okay, so first thing we're gonna get into is you had to change your date of your wedding. So let's talk about the pivot of how you had to kind of change from the first vision that you wanted to what ended up happening.
Yeah, so I was very much the planner person. I told you already, but I got my venue, my date then, and my photographer all before I got engaged. So I was very on top of things. So this whole thing was just through a curveball. So we were planning on getting married in May of 2020, and then it was March when quarantine happened. And so then everybody was in that whole space of who knows how long this will last. Yeah, it could be 2 weeks, it could be into there. So all the brides were constantly thinking do I cancel? Do I postpone? What do I do? And so then we were having these conversations too, will this just be a 2 week thing and we'll be fine? Right. But if we're not fine, then what do we do? What do we do? How long do we push it out for? You know, nobody knew. It was just the wildest thing. And so our invites had already been out. People were already RSVPing.
Right, you've already halfway through the process.
2 months. Literally, we had 2 months left. And so we were at end game of the whole thing. And then we had to have a decision. So we was probably, I would say 5 days into quarantine. And we're okay, we're just gonna postpone. Yeah. But we're we called our venue first. And we're what dates do you have in 2020 still? And they had August. And we're by August, the pandemic will be over. What's COVID in August? So we talked to our photographer and all of our vendors. They were all good with August 21st. Okay. So we're perfect. August 21st, we're gonna do it. Okay. So we sent out a change of date thing and updated our website and talked to all the people. So we're August 21st, great.
Got it.
So we were into so our date had passed. We ended up celebrating our wedding date on the original day in May. Yes. My mom got us a cake that was the same flavor our wedding cake was supposed to be. Cute. Our wedding party made us a video of them telling us how much they loved us. It was so cute. Yeah. We have the best people.
Still celebrating.
Still celebrating on our day. We have the best people in our corner. They were amazing. And then it was June-ish time frame where all of a sudden people who were July were canceling their wedding. And we're one of our good friends who were supposed to get married in July canceled their wedding and postponed to 2021, and we're holy crap,
here we go.
We're getting married in August. What are we supposed to do? And so we kind of had that moment of my husband and I sat down. We're whether it's 2 people, 50 people, 150 people, we are having this wedding on August 21st. Like, we had gone through all that work because there's so much work of changing your date. Like, so many things, again, having new invites again and refigure all the things. So,
and working with all the vendors.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing cake again and
so many things.
food again
So
and
many
florist
things.
again and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's a lot.
So we ended up, we're sticking with it, and so we got close to the date. It was probably like a month, like we resent invites again. So love spending money on 2 invitations, like so great. So we spent money on invites again, went through all of that, and then we were getting RSVPs back, and a lot of people were saying no because they were too afraid of COVID.
Unsure, right.
So a lot of people said no, which was fine. We were like, I was crossing my fingers, my toes, like doing rain dances, like everything possible. Like, can we please not have anybody in the wedding party get COVID? Like, I was terrified because even the week of, we had like 3 guests who said that they tested positive. And so I was like, come on, people, please, please stay healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, I like literally the entire summer didn't do anything basically fun.
Just
or
quarantine.
Like, I was like quarantining myself and Chase, and I was
Yeah.
like, we are not doing anything. We are staying
Right.
healthy
Right.
as possible. So we had 150 people invited. We ended up only having 98 people come, but like still solid
That's
numbers.
awesome.
My
Yeah.
mom got everybody in the wedding party matching face masks because
So cute.
what you do
I
in
love
COVID, I
that.
had a bridal lace face mask that looked so stylish.
So cute.
Because our venue required it for the ceremony, not for like us to wear up on stage, but all the audience had to be
Yes.
face masked for
Yeah.
the ceremony, and then transition periods, even we had to be masked.
Okay.
So
Like from cocktail hour and like to reception.
or like when we were walking, like from cocktail hour to reception, because it was all in the same venue, and like
Right.
if we even got up to go to the buffet or go to the bar, we
Okay.
had to mask back
Okay.
up.
So a lace one. Yeah.
So I had my cute little lace one, looking stylish. We had hand sanitizer bottles as the
Cute.
like goodie
Yeah.
for people to take home. So
Very 2020.
you know, very 2020.
Yes.
And we always kept saying, people, like, I made a photo album after the event, like one of those nice like printed ones
Yeah.
that have like words. I made it like a storybook.
Yeah.
Like it reads, it's like, Jillian got ready on this day. Like, I'm picturing myself as like an old 70-year-old woman, like, let me tell you the story of my wedding. Like, reading them the story of my wedding as a 70-year-old woman. And in there I talk about, I'm like 2020, and I talk about the pandemic and
Yeah.
everything.
And like how you're feeling.
Oh
too,
my
right?
gosh,
Yeah.
yes. I was like, I was so nervous and excited. Like, it's just very extra, very me. But yes. So that was, you know, it was quite the crazy journey. But at the same time, it's such a good story and something that, like,
of course.
we will always remember the year we got married and
yes.
changing the dates and all
Yeah.
the things.
I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Never forget.
And we were planning on doing a honeymoon to Italy and the original wedding date. Obviously didn't happen, so we're planning now 2022 around the same
to
old,
Italy.
like the May time frame
Yes.
to do Italy eventually. So eventually we're gonna do Italy,
I love
our
that.
honeymoon. But yeah,
Yes, I know. That's, I mean, so many things.
so
Like,
many things.
I know one of the things you mentioned was like your friends were super helpful. Was like
Yes.
family, husband, like was everyone really helpful in that time?
Yes,
Did you find you
luckily,
were doing it
so
a lot?
first of all the vendors were amazing.
Good,
And
okay.
I felt like everybody I talked to had similar things, because all the vendors, like, I mean, they got it. Like, their businesses were totally in
Right.
crazy spots too. And
Right.
so I felt like everybody was like waiving cancellation fees and rescheduling fees and very like good with everybody.
That's
like
great.
all the vendors we worked with were amazing, and I heard from other people like their vendors were great too. Because almost all my friends were also getting married at the same time frame, because you know that's
Yeah.
just kind of how life works.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of them were great. Chase, I mean, bless his heart throughout the process. Let's just be honest here. He was like, I care about like an open bar, and I care about my suit, and that's about it. So he was great, but just basic Chase. My mom, bless her heart, the best, and did everything, which was great. Because by the end, I was so over wedding planning, because I had just already planned the wedding.
You're like, how many times do I have to do this?
Exactly.
Right.
At one point, we were like, do I just like elope? Like,
Yeah,
get
at this point,
just
right.
get it done.
Right.
But,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's really nice though. That, like family was really
oh my gosh,
supportive. And
so great.
like bridal party, you made your video.
Yes,
Like, that's so
it was
helpful,
seriously
too.
so cute, and nobody got COVID at the bridal party, so all was
Yes,
good.
everyone was good. Okay. So then, final thing, just any advice you would give to brides. So
Yeah.
obviously, you had like a way more, I would say, like emotionally trying time.
Totally.
So like, let's talk about that. Like
Yeah.
any advice you'd give, or
I would just say,
tips,
like,
tricks, any of the things.
just in general, like day of, I always tell people, I'm like, things could go wrong. You just never know. I mean, like, you could have a pandemic, and
Right.
people could just drop of COVID. Like,
Right.
who knows? But like, just like don't sweat the small stuff and think about the big picture and the fact that your wedding is about you and your partner coming together and your families coming together. Like ultimately, like if things happen in the background, if you know certain people aren't there, if you have to have face masks that you weren't originally anticipating, like whatever it is, like just kind of go with the flow and focus on the main thing being the main thing. And that's just like my best advice.
Like the reason you're there.
Exactly.
You know, to bring your lives together.
Whether you're in face mask or you're not, it's still, the love is still there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well thank you so much for talking with us.
Absolutely.
I know it's a little emotional, but
we
got
so
through it.
emotional.
We got through it. So obviously we've kind of deep dived into this. We're also going to do another video with our 2021-2022 brides that are here working at Sophia's, and kind of talk about their experience on planning of kind of, I don't want to say after a pandemic because we're clearly still in it, but you know, different time in the pandemic.
Probably they won't have to be face masks.
Right, exactly.
Like, you know, the new
so
things.
we're going to kind of go over that, but if you guys are liking videos like this, just let us know. And until next time, have a good day.
Awesome. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, getting to know us a little bit better. And of course, Stylist Jillian. If you guys are interested in more videos like this, just let us know. And as always, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, even TikTok, and you can check out our website as well. But remember that here at Sophia's, you are worthy, you are enough, and you are loved. Bye, guys.